everyone. It is Friday, November 5th. I'm doing a Christmas live, so it's the first Christmas video I've done. Hey Connie! So I want to do one of those snowman wreath forms. I've been dying to do one of those. I still have some mums to make, but I decided to change it up tonight because I'm really getting burnt out on the mums. It doesn't say how big these are. Let's see. They're almost 24 inches, about 22 inches, 23. But I want to wrap one in ribbon. I haven't seen anybody do that. I want to try that. So I'm going to wrap it in this ribbon. This is the 1.5 wired ribbon. And I was going to do this buffalo check. It's black and cream, but I think this will be cuter. This is one of those Sam's Club ribbons. And then I'm going to make like a scarf or a bow or something out of this ribbon that you guys saw me get at Michael's. I think I showed this one, didn't I? I don't remember. Hey Kay, how are you? And then I also want to make some ornaments with the fuzzy yarn because I did the lollipops, but I've been wanting to do the ornaments and I haven't yet. TJ's on her way. I don't know why it takes my lives so long to show up. It's so weird. So have you guys worked on any Christmas stuff yet? I need to hurry up and get some made and get on my Etsy shop if I'm gonna load stuff up because they stopped buying them a month before, just about. To wait for that to load up. I can't do any edits to my lives until they show up in my studio, and for some reason when I do them on Streamlabs it takes a long time to show up. Okay, well the live's on there now. So I don't know how much ribbon it's going to take to wrap this thing, but I'm going to start. This is one of those 50-yard rolls. I believe this was one from Craft Outlet. It doesn't say, but this looks like a Craft Outlet. Hey TJ, I'm going to do a snowman. Can you guys even see that? And then I was thinking about for the hat, ruffling the 6-inch mesh from Dollar Tree, and then making that like ruffled there. And then I have some of these sparkly branches that I can do over the arms because I bet those aren't going to stick out very much. I've only watched one person do one of these snowman wreath forms, and I'm trying to remember what she did. I think she did ruffles. I honestly can't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago when I watched it. So I've got both my glue guns going. I'm ready. It's gonna reposition here. Hopefully you guys can see that. After I did that shopping haul, the Michael's shopping haul, my husband did get a few more things. He did get a few more homecoming mom supplies. So he had to go back over there, so he stopped by. And I think that may be when he got the Christmas ribbons because they finally had them on sale. And I got Halloween ribbons because they finally put those on sale. They weren't a great price, but they were, you know, their ribbons are so good. I was like, I'll pay for it. I don't care. They weren't outrageous, but even half off, they were still pretty high. So my plan is to start here, work all the way around, wrapping, and then here, and I'll probably have to kind of skip here and then go all the way around. Hopefully it'll work out. Like I said, I haven't done one yet. I just thought it might be cute. I actually haven't done any of the snowman wreath forms yet, so hopefully it'll work out. I guess it doesn't matter which side. This may be the top. It's hard to tell which one's supposed to be the top and which one's supposed to be the bottom. I just like to put a little glue on the wreath form. Attach your ribbon to it. I didn't do a very good job. It didn't stick. Okay. And then you just want to cross it over, angle it, so you can wrap around. Keep wrapping. It's going to take a little while with this since I'm using the 1.5, but I don't have this. I didn't have any colors I wanted to use that were in the 2.5. I really didn't want to use a design like a Christmas design because I thought you're not going to be able to see the design once it's all wrapped up. It's just going to look like colors, so I'd rather use a plaid or a stripe or something like that. If I was more organized, I would have had one already started and almost finished. So I like to wrap a little bit and then glue and then wrap, and then glue. I have one more homecoming mum I have to do. It's for the 19th. And I need to work on it this weekend. So I'll probably try to do some tutorials on it. It's black and gold too. And then I still have several orders that are non-homecoming. I got one of them shipped out this week. But with Halloween, I didn't get to work on a whole lot of stuff. Because we spend days decorating, and then we spend days picking up everything and packing everything up. Chipped a little bit. Okay, I've made it to one of the branches. See, it's not very wide, so you're not going to see very much of this. But I wanted to do something different. This unwound all the way, it's just making a mess. So just going around the branch like that, and then I'll glue it again right here to make sure it stays where the branch is. Actually, before I do that, I knew I'd do that too. I want to try and go ahead and attach these branches. Before I get all that done. think that'll be cute. You can still see that underneath, but I think it'll be all right. Just going to take some floral wire and wrap it around there. And hopefully it'll stay. TJ, those things, those Mr. Wonderful things you got loaded up on your Etsy shop were really cute. They made me think of Shark Tank. Okay. Looks like they're on there good. Just need to re-glue that. Glue that ribbon down on top of there. Oh, that's weird, Kay. I wonder why that is. I got my table cleaned off a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. I moved everything out and wiped everything down and got it a little bit less cluttered. Not a lot, but it looks a lot better than what it did. It always looks like a disaster. Yeah, I bet. I need to figure out some stuff to do for instant downloads. I spent the last couple of days just making wreath kits and sorting them out. I still have to take pictures and then upload the listings, and it just takes so much time. I don't know if it's really worth it or not. It's the only bad thing about wrapping, because you have to keep going through the center of it. I don't know if this is really going to be any faster than, and it keeps coming unraveled. I like wrapping those candy cane wreath forms with ribbon because they're super easy and fast. Have you seen the new candy cane wreath forms at Dollar Tree? They're really small. I still have a few of the ones from last year, and they're way smaller. I don't know how I keep coming unraveled every time I do this. You can't even tell this is stripes anymore. It's just black and white. A white ribbon would be good, but you'd be able to see the wreath form under the white ribbon, so you'd have to spray paint the wreath form first. I was thinking like a glittery white ribbon would be real pretty, but if you don't spray paint your wreath form before adding white mesh, it just doesn't look good. I had somebody try to order a mum for next Friday. Was it this morning or yesterday? I can't even remember now. I think it was last night. I did tell her there's no way I can make a mum, box it up, make it from scratch, box it up, ship it, and have it to you in 6 days. It's just not possible. She said because of COVID restrictions, they didn't tell them when homecoming was until a week before. So everybody was scrambling to find somebody. Like, that's what last year was like. Constant, everybody was last minute. This is probably going to be a disaster. I'm just a little over halfway on the big one. If I knew how much ribbon this took, I would just pre-cut the ribbon and do that. Cut it and then work over it when I need to add some more. I'm going to get to this branch and then I'm going to cut this ribbon off. This is a mess. Time for some more branches. Can't find anything. So you could use any kind of branches you wanted to. That ways up. But I just think it needs a little something. You could use, the greenery, like the pine and cedar, whatever else. I have some, but they're way up high. You could even do like the little picks with berries on them. I'm just doing like an X shape with this floral wire. I'm sure it's not, you probably can't see that at all. But it's nice and sturdy. much easier. And I fold that over when you get to the end. So I thought a cute ribbon, you know, like the snowflake ribbon right here, either to make it look like a scarf or make a bow. That is 2 yards that I just measured. That's 3 yards. So we'll start with 3 yards. That's not an awful lot. You're always working, Connie. Cookies or catering? Girl works so much. Somebody asked me, I'm totally off the topic. I got a comment the other day. Somebody wanted to know if I had a video tutorial for the curly Q braid chain, whatever it's called. And I do not. That is one that I never really cared about learning how to do. And I told her, I know I saw a video tutorial, or maybe not a video, maybe it was a photo tutorial for it or an explanation for it years ago, but I don't know where I saw it at, and I don't know if you guys know. But Connie, if you know how to make one, I have a feeling that you do. Maybe that's an idea for you to, tutorial for you to do. Just throwing that out there. Now it's for the center. And I'm going to wrap around both. I'm going to try rolling this up, see if that works better, since I have so much length here to get through. These are pretty big wreath forms, so whatever you do is going to take a while to do it. Cupcakes. Oh my goodness. Great. The curly Q, it's like, I can't even describe it. It's an older one, so I thought maybe, you know, it's like more of a classic one. That you might know what it was. I've seen it on Mom's. Not a whole lot though. It's like 3 ribbons, and it's almost like they're just braided like you would braid your hair, but they're like loosely done, and so it kind of makes them curl. I mean, I don't know if that's how you do it or not, but that's what it always looked like to me. But it wasn't one that I ever really cared about. It just didn't look that great to me, so I never did one. They might be cute in person, I don't know. And I've only had a couple of people since I've been making tutorials ask about it. So I just wrapped both there in the center. And I'm going to move on to this smaller one. Hopefully I cut enough ribbon. Better glue that. Just gluing to keep it in place so it doesn't slide around. No, I'm not saying you're old. I'm old. It did sound like I said that though, didn't it? No, I was not saying that. Everyone's supposed to be saying, no, Connie, no. My ribbon's getting all twisted up. It's almost like I should have done 1 yard increments. Or if you had a small roll, it might be better. Lucky I didn't just glue myself to this when I leaned over. Me too, Connie. Me too. How many viewers or subscribers you got now, Connie? I hadn't even looked. Okay, so I'm at the hat. And I don't want to wrap completely because this is where I'm going to put mesh as well. Well, you know, I had problems too, and I still did them. I mean, you just got to keep on doing them. And it stressed me out. Well, you know, it was the GoPro when I kept trying to do lives with the GoPro, and it kept cutting me off, and I'd have to do like 2 or 3 times, and oh, it was so stressful. And I thought everybody's gonna abandon me, but everybody was so patient about it, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I'm working on some edits. I think minimum, that's almost done. I just have some more, like 10 more minutes of voiceovers, I think. And then there's a Christmas wreath. And I've got it mostly edited, but I still have to do all the voiceovers, and it's like over 20 minutes long. And then I have a bunch more videos that I haven't even started editing. And those are all Homecoming Mom. I'm almost to the end. Remember which side is my front. This is my front side. You can tell from the little branches. They keep getting stuck in my hair too. Well, if you do another live, I'll Unless something weird's going on, I'll join in and keep going back or keep getting on if you have problems. So don't worry about it. Oh, that's awesome, Kay. I did a poinsettia wreath one time. That's it, years ago. Turned out pretty good too. $2.95. That's good. My channel always slows way down right after homecoming. I have a hard time not feeling abandoned from all the homecoming people that, you know, stop watching because it's not homecoming anymore. I cut that a little too short. It's going to be on the top instead of the bottom, but it'll be okay. That's where I'm going to put a bow or something anyway. You can't tell though. I don't know what Pink Wednesday is. What's that? So if I learned anything from this, small increments of ribbon. Don't try to use a whole full roll. Let me try this mesh now. Ooh, cocoa bombs. Oh, that's awesome. It's been a while since I used this mesh. It's like in the spring or yeah, it wasn't in the summer. It was like springtime. So I think I cut it at 20 inches long. I don't even remember actually. So I'm gonna say 20. That seems a little long, but that's okay. I've got more rolls of this if I need it. And I need some black Chanel stems. I like the metallic ones. I'm just gonna ruffle, but I like to roll the ends so you get less fraying. Just roll it a couple of times. That cute little ruffle. And you don't need very much of a Chanel stem. I know, they're so pretty. The other ones are just so blah. And they're going to add a little bit of sparkle to your wreath, so. Okay. Guess I'll start at the bottom. I don't really know what I'm going to do with the ends though, because I don't know that you can really attach anything on there without it sliding off. I'm going to give it a couple of twists and then fold those down. TJ too. They're just so pretty, aren't they? Those came from Michael's. They were on clearance. I threw the thing away. They were still $5 for 100. I'm not gonna do the math on that. Probably still cheaper at the Dollar Tree. Forgot about that one. Find that one. There it is. So I just put it on top of the other one, but kind of crisscrossed it. Well, maybe not. My Chanel stem's not big enough, so I'll put this one somewhere else. Since I was putting it on top of the other one, it wasn't long enough, so I'll have to make sure I do a bigger Chanel stem. I shouldn't take very many of those. I'm just afraid it's not really going to look like a hat anymore when I'm done with this. Just look like a big poof on the corner. But I really didn't want to try to wrap that either. I mean, you could wrap it like this way, like that, and then maybe wrap around there too. See if one roll will be enough. These rolls don't last very long, do they? Connie, did you see I was looking at your Pinterest page the other day? I was saving stuff and hearting things, and well, I can't remember if you're gonna. I was commenting or something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was trying to comment on a lot of them. And I don't think there was an option for a heart. Do they only let you do a heart on idea pins now, or was I just not seeing the option? Again, I'm cutting these at 20 inches long, if you can't see that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Pinterest does keep changing. It drives me nuts. I can't keep up with how to do things on there. And like, you can look at the stats of your idea pins or your pins, and then you go to do it again and you can't see the stats, and it just, every time I get on there it seems like it's different. You're welcome. Yes, I love to get on there and find ideas. Yeah, exactly. They can't. It drives me nuts. I do like the idea pins though now, but they keep changing the way, they've changed the way you upload them a couple of times, and then they change the way you can look at yours. And because, you know, you look at the stats, you can see however many people have loved it and how many people have saved it and how many views it's gotten and stuff, but they keep changing it, so you can't keep up with how to do any of it. Still got a few holes in it. Gonna have to fill in. And I've almost used this, so it might take 2 rolls of that. Has it been cold, you guys, where you guys live? Oh my gosh, it was so cold this morning. I'm warm right now because whenever I'm in here crafting, I get hot. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. It's alright. I'm not crazy about the ruffles. It just looks like a big glob of hair on it. Sometimes the ideas don't work out the way you want them to. Well, they hardly ever work out the way I want them to. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Oh, it is, Kay. Ugh. So cold. Another YouTuber I watched said that it was -2 Celsius where he lives, and he's in Nova Scotia. It's cruising Canada. And I was like, so I had to look up and see what that was. That was really close to what it was here. I was like, shouldn't it be like really cold? Like worse than here? I just always have it set in my head that if it's really cold here, then it's like frigid everywhere else, the further north you go. And I know that's not always the case, but it just feels like it should be that way. Well, you guys can see that. Still kind of see-through. Hold it up. See, I just don't like it. It looks silly. Doesn't look anything like a hat to me. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else on that. I like the branches though. I think the branches turned out cute. love this ribbon though, from Michaels. Just simple yet so pretty. I can't remember if it was 50% off or 40. I think it was 50% off. And it's 75 feet. So I could do this like a scarf. Just glue it to itself. Or wrap it like this. And have it hanging down like that. So it kind of looks like a real scarf. I just love the splash of red on there with the black and white. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Just the red and white snowflakes. Just sometimes simple is the best way to go. I'm going to wrap it all the way around the back side because that back side is showing. Actually, I'm just going to cut it at a slant. That's okay. Just trying out different ways of attaching it. I think I like it like that best. See what I mean about the back ribbon though? You can see it sticking up, so that's why I was trying to flatten that out. So what am I going to do about the hat? Because that's ridiculous. And it's really top heavy. If I had a cute little top hat to attach on top of it, that would be cute. Or I can just glue that ribbon, wrap it. Alright, that's not coming off. Since this is black on black on black, it's hard to see everything. Oh, I have that red fuzzy yarn. Too bad I don't have it in black. That would be something different too. This is a normal thing for me when I'm crafting, making anything. I'll have all these ideas, but then you start making it and you're like, ooh, that doesn't look good. That is not turning out how I wanted it to. So then you start ripping stuff off and starting over. And I'm just tossing these on the floor, and hopefully Lucy won't pick them up and chew them like she's known to do. Okay, so that was a big fail. Let's start over with that. I do have some black yarn. This is like the rope yarn that I used on my lollipops. And I don't know where the end is. So I could take the yarn, wrap, wrap, wrap. So it looks something like that. This thing is so awkward. Good, Kay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Let's see if I can make that a little darker. And then I can also wrap it around the ends like that. So that's one idea. Oh, good, Kay likes that. We'll have to undo it just to glue it down though. Oops. Getting hung up. And then another idea to take that ribbon, or to take a different ribbon, so it would be standing out a little bit, to wrap the hat with a ribbon as well. But that blends in too much, but a different ribbon, like a solid black ribbon. Yeah, I like the yarn too, guys. Thanks for helping me with that. It's nice to craft with people watching and giving their opinion, especially when you're struggling with something that's not working. The only thing about this rope one is it comes undone. So I'm just going to tie a knot in it. This would almost make a good tassel. Okay, so maybe it won't come undone now. And this is the back side. So I'm just going to glue that knot down. Right on the back side there. It's going to be too bright, isn't it? And then I'm also going to put a little glue on the wreath form as well, just so the yarn stays in place. And I'm just going to wrap. I'm going to do a little glue here. Not too much glue or it'll get between that yarn and it'll look bad. And if you try to pull it, you know, if you try to pull that hot glue, then it'll pull the fuzzy on the yarn and make the yarn look bad, especially with this rope yarn. I learned that when I was doing the lollipops. I have some little poinsettia clips, glitter poinsettia clips, so definitely put something on the hat. What do you, I mean, like, I don't have any holly berries. Well, I might. I have some greenery and some berries up there. I can make a little thing in the corner. Thank you, Kay. I hadn't even thought about that. I hadn't even got that far yet. I'm gluing all the way around the top here, trying to get it to stay. Tie a little knot on the end there too. Try to anyway. Holly. She's over there growling. Thanks, Kay. Holly. No, ma'am. Nobody wants to hear that. She's my little growly one. Can you guys hear that? She's a mess. She's got that little dog syndrome. Lucy, don't you start too. Please tell me y'all can hear that. Like a little motor. Okay. So that knot I'm going to glue to the back side so you can't see it. Shh. Hey. Shh. I can hear somebody out there somewhere, so that's what they're barking at. Yes, Lucy, we hear you. They are cute. They are cute. They're my babies. Nobody can knock on my door or ring my doorbell though. Oh my gosh. It's like total chaos. Now I'm going to wrap the end. I'm going to figure out, do I want to start at the front, the end there, or I think I want to start at the end. I'm wrapping several times because I want it nice and thick. So you can actually see it. I went around the back all the way to the other side, and now I'm coming around this side because there was a little gap there, so I want to make sure that I fill that in. Yeah, I'm going to come around this way. And glue that in so it sticks to the end. It doesn't slide off. Hold that there for a minute. Again, I want to make a knot, and I want to glue it to the back side. So this was pretty easy. This was faster than the mesh too. Wish I had thought of this to begin with. Last knot. I'm just holding it down. This stuff also tracks everything, so everything that's now on my table is now being stuck to it. That's cute, isn't it? You can tell what it is. It looks like a hat. I thought about doing a big bow here, but I thought it might take away from it. I don't have any kind of carrot either. I wish I'd thought about that at Easter. I think I had some carrot decorations. Save those for a snowman. I don't know if it would have been cute to stick one right there or not. Now I can do something right here. A little bit of holly. Like I said, everything's on the top shelf over here. That's where I got my bushes and picks and stuff. So let me grab a couple of things up there. Well, it didn't fall. That's good. This is from Hobby Lobby. And this is just some Dollar Tree berries. I thought they were cute. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Connie. And TJ. I just have to figure out what I want to do with these. far as I can down there. I like these kind of bushes that have different kinds of greenery on it. When you're making anything floral, I think you should use different kinds of greenery on the background. Oh, that's gonna be cute. So you could use chenille stems if you wanted to. You could glue these on. I'm going to start with some floral wire and see how that holds up. Put those together. I'm going between the yarn so you won't be able to see it, hopefully. Floral wire is so thin, sometimes it's hard to get a good grip on it. To watch this stuff though, it can hurt. You know, it's got sharp edges or sharp ends. If you glue these on, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to keep in mind, if you don't like it or if you want to change it or move it, then you're stuck and you're going to rip everything apart. So if you tie things down, you have the option of undoing them and redoing whatever it is you're wanting to redo. And just tucking that in a little bit better. Hiding it in the yarn. So even on the back side you can't see it. Now you can see a little bit of silver there, but I'm probably going to glue these on top of that greenery. And I want to cut that down just a little bit more. So I'm not gluing this to the yarn, I'm just gluing it to the greenery itself. And I may have to put a little bow on this with some 5/8 inch ribbon. Hold that down until it dries. That berry's messed up. I'll cut that one off. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Kay. Except for the mesh not working out, I think it's turned out really cute. But I'm glad it didn't work out because I think that this is way cuter than that. And this was easier. Even do one little spray of something like that. I think what else I have? I have cotton. Wanted to get one more thing in there. Thank you, Kay. That turned out really cute. That really stepped it up. I think I just about need to put the camera over here and you have better lighting. You'll be able to see it better. Now you can just hang it up. You know, you can use a hook, or you could attach a piece of ribbon behind this, or a chenille stem, kind of hide it right here. I'll go ahead and show you. I'm just going to put it right there in that crease before where the hat is. Twist those, hold that down. I'm just making a loop. So if you need a hanger, you can do something like that. You can also do a ribbon too, because that will be seen a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I got a few. I was gonna put some on the Etsy shop, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, because I have to see what box works for them and then check the shipping and all that. You can't just throw a listing on there. There's a lot of work to it, and I just haven't had time to figure that out yet. But we haven't seen too many of them. I can't remember if he only found them at one or if there was a couple of them. I haven't seen any when I've gone to the Dollar Tree. I wish there was somewhere I could hang it up over here. You guys could look at it. Set it down. So I found some red fuzzy yarn. Look how big that is. Because I wanted to do red and white lollipops and also the ornaments. I haven't tried the ornaments yet. I really want to do that. So it took me an hour and 15 minutes to make that. That's not bad with the screw up, or the fail, I guess I should say. Well, look, here's the white and here's the red. I mean, it's bigger too. Gosh, I don't know what that is. Hey, Holly, that's enough. You're getting her started. You need to quit. Here's some of the cool ornaments. Holly, that's enough. Oh, she won't stop. Once she gets going, she will not stop either. So I have some of these up in the attic with my Christmas stuff. I just went ahead and bought some more. Holly, please stop. That's enough. These are the smaller ones too. Yes, I'm gonna do ornaments too. The swirly, I've seen other people do them. They're like, just like the lollipops where I swirled the yarn. So you can do that with the ornaments too. And it, you know, it makes them look real whimsical, and then put them on a wreath and they look cute. Hopefully. Like I said, I haven't done one, so don't judge if it doesn't turn out. So I've got my low temp one for this because I was worried about the plastic. And I guess I'm just going to start in the center here. Some glue. This thing will not stay up because it's got this big long glue stick. Drives me crazy. Just gluing those ends down. Okay, the only thing I hate about this white is it pulls apart so easily. Hopefully the red's not the same way. But I didn't even pull on it really, that I know of. So, I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. Yeah, I think I want to go that way. So just glue a little bit at a time. Already doing the little swirl. Great, now that won't pull through. So on some wreath kits I like to add a little some kind of homemade thing, handmade thing, like the lollipops, and I've done other things. I've upgraded some of the signs before, things like that. Sometimes I'll offer a wreath kit with a bow already made, just to change it up and give people options. Really make the wreath unique. Holly, you are really showing out for everybody with your growliness. Slowly do a little bit at a time and tap it down. That thing doesn't pump out very much hot glue, so I can't do very much anyway. But I was really afraid that the really hot glue would, you know, the regular one would just burn a hole through it. Isn't that cute? I think this would be cute on a Grinch wreath. Be really cute if you could find that green. I don't have a lot of colors to choose from in this yarn. There's a lot of light, like a lot of pastels and stuff, but trying to find these vivid colors is not as easy. But they did have this big display right in the center at Hobby Lobby. That's where I found the red, and they had some other colors, but I don't think they had a good green, if I remember right. Thanks, Kay. Yeah, there's people that sell just like these ornaments and just the lollipops and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I will or not. But I also offer stuff like this though in, I have a listing for Wreath add-ons, just like Homecoming Mum add-ons. And I had those lollipops in there. And I did have at least one person add a lollipop to their wreath. And I sold one or two wreath kits that had the lollipop with it too. At least two, so. I don't know how I want to do the end. I don't know if I want to wrap around that as well. I know I still want the hanger on there because that makes it an easy way to hang it no matter what you're going to do with it. It does. It makes it so big. So imagine if you used the bigger size one, it would be humongous, which is fun. You know, sometimes you want to use those really big ones. So look at the difference in that. So it does make it look like a more expensive ball ornament. So this is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing at Christmas time too, is coming up with these fun things to do. And of course, if you were using it like this, you could put a cute bow on it too. But if it's going on a wreath, then I would think it would be attached like this, and you would see it like this. So this would be the top. So it depends on what you're doing with it. Oop, that white didn't glue down. I wanted to do some black and white ones at Halloween, but like I said, my ornaments were up in the attic and I just didn't want to get up there when it was still hot and then try to search for them. A little bit left there. I'm not going to completely cover that up because I want to be able to see that. I'll let that end right there. And there's the hook. It's pretty covered up. You can still use it though, but you can't see it very well. Had a little bit of trouble with that white, getting it glued down, and then it's pulling a little bit because of the glue. So that's why I'm always tapping, trying to keep it from sticking to me. I don't want it to come unraveled. Now the red one I tucked under when I glued it. That way the end piece wasn't showing. But I should have cut the white a little bit longer. But like I said, if it's on a wreath, it's going to be like this. Yes, you could. Wouldn't it be cute to do like these in like threes? And like Kay said, do a bells. You could do a cute bow on top. Oh, Kay, you just got all the good ideas tonight. I could also do red and black. I don't know how well that would look either. But you know, if you're doing it with like red and black. Buffalo check. I just love the swirl. All right. Thanks, TJ. Oh, I do too. I'm always putting bells with the wreath kits too. Just regular jingle bells, and then sometimes the really big ones. Just something about Christmas. I want bells on my wreaths. I want bells on everything. I want everything to jingle. But if you were doing it as an ornament, you could do a cute bow. And you could do a little jingle bell in the center. That would be fun. It's like a little cheer bow. Small bow. It's not a very good bow, but I'll give you an idea. Ooh, blue and silver. I don't have the yarn for that, but that would be pretty. That'd be very pretty. This is very, to me, this is very whimsical. Are you guys getting sleepy? Thanks, Connie. That was pretty easy. I didn't screw it up either. Now you could start from here and end on the end. But since I want that to be shown, I want to start there and make sure it looks neat. So wherever you're gonna, however you're gonna be hanging that, whatever's gonna be seen, I would start there and end on the opposite side. That's just my advice. I think I got some yarn in my eye. So I'll try to make like 3 of these and put them with the wreath kit. And maybe even some kind of door hanger. That was such a good idea. Okay. But that would be fun. I have some, it's not really Grinch, but it looks kind of like Grinch ribbon. That might be fun with it. Oh, I love nutcrackers. But you know, I don't have any nutcrackers. I saw some at the Dollar Tree. I have some nutcracker ribbon from Sam's. Did you get any of that? It's a 1.5 inch width. But I don't have any nutcracker signs or anything else nutcracker. I bet that's gonna be pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm not a pink girl either. But I do like those colors for something different for Christmas. And I have seen quite a bit of stuff this year. And Michael's has a lot of ribbons in those colors. They had a section that was the pinks and everything. Good grief, that live still isn't showing up. This live. Let's see if I still have a picture of those ribbons. Yep. I don't know if you can tell, but those are pinks. Pinks and golds. So like the rose gold. And those are all at Michael's. I didn't get any because I wasn't planning on doing anything with them. They're so pretty. Oh, there's some on the bottom too. Holly, seriously. I did get some of that gold glitter though. It's gorgeous. I don't have any up here, I don't think. I didn't bring any up here. It is so pretty. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Miss Growly. Nobody wants to hear that. Every little noise she hears, she's got to growl and bark. I think there's kids going up and down the street. So I did a little videoing on Halloween, but I haven't uploaded it yet. I didn't get a lot. I wanted to get more. I wanted to get it when it was still daylight and then when it was dark, but it was so busy. Once 5 o'clock hit, they just started swarming our neighborhood, and it was 8 o'clock before it was over. And I got a few little videos in, but not much. So I do want to upload that pretty soon. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I got more inside the tent this year, because last year I don't think I got inside the tent at all. Or maybe a picture or two, but inside the tent we try to make it really spooky, and that's the best part. I'm not gonna make any more tonight or right now. Because I'm gonna wrap this up. Did you have a good time at the fire station on Halloween, Miss Connie? Connie's sending me some pictures. Oh yes, I love those ornaments. Those are gorgeous. They have a good selection of ornaments. Oh, that's pretty too. That's good. It's so busy. We have a good time, but it's so busy, it's like you don't get to enjoy it very much, because it just, you're swamped and you don't get to visit, but we enjoy it. It started out kind of bad though, like when it first, well, this year I actually dressed up a little bit, and I didn't get a picture of myself. I don't know that I wanted one, but I dressed up like a scarecrow. I got this cool scarecrow hat that was really tall, and then it's this top that kind of like a poncho that just went over your outfit that was scarecrow, and it had like burlap and a big bow right here with rope. And then I did the makeup. I did the scarecrow makeup and everything. So it was right around 5 o'clock when I started, and it was hot, so you can't sit the candy out early, you have to wait. And we saw that people were starting to fill in the neighborhood, so I started trying to carry some candy out there. And we didn't want to take all of it, because like I said, it's hot and there's chocolate in there. So I'm trying to carry out, and people are already swarming, and like, we need a few more minutes, we're not ready, we need about 10 or 15 more minutes. This one lady's like, well, you need to get ready. I was like, no, I need 10 or 15 more minutes, please. And wouldn't give them any candy until they came back. But I was like, there's no sense in acting like that. But everybody else was wonderful. Seemed to have a good time. And when they came back through, she didn't even come up to the house, but her kids, well, there was like a big group of them, but all the kids were very, very polite. So even though Mama was rude, they were all really polite. Yes, we did over 300 bags and got rid of all the bags, and then we had some loose candy, and we got rid of not all the loose candy, but quite a bit. Yeah, it was rude. I was like, there's no sense in that. And so many people came really early. Like, it was still so bright out. And I'm like, you don't get to the full effect until it starts getting dark, you know, and you've got all the spooky stuff. And so that's kind of disappointing when they all come so early. And I think it's because they're afraid that they're going to miss out on the candy, that not enough people, you know, that there's so many people that everybody's going to run out. Well, we've never run out of candy. We always buy too much. Like I said, we had over 300 because we got rid of over 300 bags. And I remember a few years ago when I made 100 bags and thought, ooh, I can't believe I just made 100 bags. There's no way I'm going to get rid of all these. So it does keep growing and growing every year, but we're like, why are all these people out so early? We just don't understand that, because it's so much more fun when it starts getting dark. And we had a graveyard scene that was almost all Dollar Tree stuff. There was one item in there that was not Dollar Tree, and then there was a fog machine. And the fog machine Kevin found did different colored lights, and so he had it set up in the graveyard, and so the fog was going through the graveyard. It was so cool. And then once it got dark, those lights were shining through. It was so neat. Everybody loved that, especially when it started getting dark and it looked creepy. And then we had a spider that we got this year that jumped. It sensed you getting close and it jumped out at you, and everybody loved that too. Oh my gosh, 400 hot dogs. That's crazy. Well, there was tons of people like us. We're just a small neighborhood too. And it's a small road. It's a narrow road, so that's the only complaint for people is, all these people come in with trailers and stuff. But there was a lot of people on side-by-sides and golf carts this year, like more people, so they didn't take up as much space. But it's hard to maneuver. And I used to, once upon a time, used to walk it during Halloween. Take the kids and walk the whole neighborhood. Well, you get some exercise. Now I can't even leave the house. It's like I'm stuck out there with the trick-or-treaters, which is fine by me. I mean, I like seeing all the trick-or-treaters. It's fun. But we had a good time. It's a lot of work, though. But luckily we had our kids to help put up and pick up, so that it was so much nicer this year, because last year we did it all ourselves, just me and Kevin, and it was, oh my god, it was so much work. We were wiped out. We were still tired, but with the kids helping, they did a lot, and it was so much nicer. Hope everybody else had a safe Halloween, if you guys celebrate it or do anything. I know some people don't, that's fine. So I'm planning on doing more Christmas stuff, hopefully. But like I said, I still have some mums to make. I've got one for the 19th that I've got to work on this weekend, and then I have some more that are non-homecoming. Still like 4 or 5 more. And so I'll probably do some tutorials on those, or maybe some live streams. And then I've got some more videos to put out, a lot more videos. But hopefully I'll have more time for that. It's just a lot of time on the computer, and then voiceovers. Voiceovers take forever. It's a lot of work, but I will eventually get it done and get you guys some more videos. But I definitely want to do some more Christmas stuff too. Definitely some bows. I love to make bows, and my bow tutorials do pretty good. Maybe another couple of wreaths. Thank you, Connie. So nice. You and Kay and TJ are just always there. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all not abandoning me now that homecoming's over. That's the hardest part about having a channel that's more seasonal, because once homecoming's over, it's just like the views go down. And then once people start thinking about homecoming again, they come back on. But I do have some people that watch just for the other stuff, the florals and stuff. And I've only made one Christmas floral arrangement, so I want to make some more, a couple more, and put those on. So I need to get those done pretty soon. So hopefully, I mean, with Etsy, you have to get stuff on early. That's the only thing I hate. I know, I am too. I'm just like, yay, I got some more to make. Yay. I never thought I would be like that, but yeah, definitely burn out this year. Too much. Well, I appreciate y'all watching, and please keep watching those videos. And for anybody that's new, please subscribe, but don't forget to tap that bell, because you know, you've got options for no notifications, all, and personalized. And for me, anytime I've had one that said you know, where I picked personalized, I never got any notifications on them at all. So I always put all on whenever I subscribe to somebody, because that way at least I'll get the notifications. Even if I don't want to watch whatever they're showing, at least I see it when it comes up. And then the live streams, you get the notifications of the live streams. And for those of you that have stuck with me, thank you so much. I appreciate each of you that come back over and over again, especially Connie, TJ, and Kay. You guys are always there. I appreciate you. I know I said that already, but I do. Y'all are so kind. And please share with other people. Share these videos. Share, you know, my channel, however you can. If you're on social media, it really helps. You wouldn't believe, like, somebody will share this on Facebook with somebody, and then it'll just, like, I'll have a video explode because they share, you know, they just kept sharing it. So that really, really helps. So whatever y'all can do to support me, I appreciate it so much. And TJ has, on her other channel, she has some, she showed some of her finished mums. You guys could see that. If you guys can put a link to your channels, that would be great. Connie has a channel that she's trying to grow. She shows a lot of stuff. She shows homecoming mums, but also a lot of other things. So please watch her channel too, and then help her grow. Kay doesn't have a channel that I know of. Do you, Miss Kay? I know, we need to do lives, and we need to collaborate. We need to collaborate some ideas. You know, I see people doing that all the time. They collaborate, you know, this Christmas DIY, whatever, and that helps. Oh, you're welcome, TJ. TJ also has an Etsy shop, so go check that out. She's got some unique things on there. And Connie, can put your channel on there too, please. Yes, I do too. I want to see some more gardening stuff in the spring, or whenever it's best to do that. It's spring, isn't it, when it's best to start your gardening? I haven't done a garden in a long time. Well, I've never had my own garden, but I've helped out with gardens before. But I know I want to do some collabs. We need to do some collabs. Even, well, TJ, you got a channel too. We could figure some idea that we can collab. Good, TJ. Okay, yeah. So, we need to see some more of that. Oh, it won't let me. I don't know if it'll let me. Well, that didn't work because you can't click on it. Well, go to your channel and share, click share, and then, oh, that's Connie's. What about yours? That was sweet. Yep, that's Connie's. That was so nice. Thank you, TJ. Ah, yeah. I got it. Yeah. Yes, she did. Is it because they're spaced out? Because the words are spaced out? She's got over 100. See, I don't know how to change the link either. I haven't thought about that. See, TJ knows all about this stuff. Me either, Connie. Don't feel bad. That's smart. You're gonna have to show us how to do that, though. This YouTubing is a learning process. I knew nothing when I started. Nothing. I could hardly edit anything. I didn't know how to edit. Oh, it was awful. You guys can probably tell. I am. Oh, that limits you. That's how I was, you know, before I got this MacBook. For a long time, all I had was my iPhone and a tablet, and it was like limited so much of what you could do with your channel. The same with Etsy. I was so limited on my options. Oh, I hate some of mine too. There's at least one of the first ones that I unlisted because I just, there was no way. Is it under, what is it going to be under? Advanced. I don't see it. So you can do it on the iPad. I don't know where it's at though. I'm in Studio. Oh, I see it under customization, under basic info. Is that it? It says custom URL. Painting a cake, wow. So mine says the youtube.com/whatever H Cooper crafty bug. Okay, so I found it, but mine's right, I think. It's been a long time since I looked at that stuff. Yay! I guess mine's right. So customization, basic info. And then custom URL. There's channel URL and then there's custom URL. I gotcha. Yes, that would be much easier. Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing that, you know, whenever I got, I don't know if it was when I got to 1,000 or 100 or whatever it was, but I haven't messed with any of that stuff in a long time, so it's good to know that's right. Well, we're going on 2 hours, guys. I haven't even been in this room really much this week because it's been all about Halloween and picking that up, and then there were doctor's appointments, and so I finally came in here and cleaned a little bit and then set up for this live. Oh, sounds like my husband is home, so I need to go help him unload the Sam stuff. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you TJ and Connie and Kay.